Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Boom.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through color glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but
Okay, I'm over 30 minutes. There will be 2 parts. Okay, so this is the new next video, part 2. Okay, Australia visit day 2. Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, sits in the audience prior to a Q&A session during a visit to Movember at the Western Bulldog headquarters at Mission Written Oval in Melbourne, Australia. Alright, so this is a picture. Look at that little boy in the back. There's that person here with a mask. This is what I think Harry and Meghan should do when they walk with their kids. Make them put a mask on. Michael Jackson used to do that. Alright, Australia visit day 2. Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, meet with the Western Bulldog representative during a visit November at the Western Bulldog headquarters. Okay, similar caption. So this is a picture. The little girl with the headband is in love, LOL. So sweet. Where's the... Oh, this one. So sweet. There's all of that. Hashtag. Next tweet. What is this? This is extra. You know what that remind me? I think it was during... let me add this. During the Queen funeral. Let me go into it. This is extra. I just saw that. Where they did not want Harry to wear his uniform, and then you see a picture of him with the rest of the royal family, and he stand out. This is what that remind me. For some reason, I don't know. Alright, so there's no comment. Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, is escorted to the Australian War Memorial for a viewing of the For Our Country Aboriginal and Torres Strait Island Memorial on April 15 in Canberra, Australia. Okay, next tweet. There's no comment. They said 2, but I don't see them. Next one. All right, so this is the speech that I was talking about in video 1, part 1. If I come across the entire conversation, I will be sharing it on our Port of Pew service, but I think this is just a small portion. Okay, 1 minute and 28 seconds. Harry is such a great dad and husband. I'm so happy for him that he now has a family of his own that he absolutely adores. All right, like I said, if I come across it, I'll share it. One thing we have to pay attention as he talks, which I mentioned in part 1, listen to what he is saying, because when he talks about mental health and many things, these are things he's truly passionate about, and he's true to it. He's not just saying it for saying it. He's saying it because not only he experienced it, he is absolutely believe it. I truly believe, okay, based on how Harry has been. But the key thing for remember what he said is that you're gonna hear his brother repeating almost the same thing. Okay, his brother has done many things like that. Whenever Harry says something, you know, whatever captivate people, the brother will regurgitate it back to other people, but the other brother doesn't care as much as Harry does. All right, let's listen.
You don't have to wait until you're lying on the kitchen floor in the fetal position. If you get choice and resource, if you are able to, and it doesn't have to be professional therapy, it can be talking with your mates, it can be talking to a complete stranger. But being able to relieve some of that pressure, that stuff from the past that's stored in there, because it became very clear to me very quickly, again, assisted by conversations through therapy, how much kids can pick up on energy. What's he on about now? He's talking about energy. But it's not only is it a real thing, I had no idea, but every single time I went to work, and when I came back, if I was stressed, the moment that I held Archie, he would start crying. There are hours, days, weeks, for some guys months, certainly for me, it lasted a couple of weeks, where you are wondering what to do. What can you do? Because the baby is probably breastfeeding, and you don't feel as though you have much of an active role in that. And because I was aware of it, because I was warned about it, that helped me massively, because I was like, okay, if I can't help him, then I'm going to help my wife. I'm going to help mum, and I'm going to constantly just over-offer.
Wow, 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 wow. I am so happy Meghan has that support. That's all. I'm just happy she has that support. And the thing is that it brings back that memory where they had that conversation, okay, when they were dating. I don't know if they had married. I don't think they married yet. They were cooking and something happened while they were cooking. And Harry said something to Meghan, and Meghan did not like it. And Meghan removed herself from the situation and went in the room. When Harry realized Meghan then returned, he went to look for her. And then the conversation that they had after that particular incident in the kitchen as they were cooking, Meghan let him know, if you want to raise a family, that kind of behavior, I don't want it.
People have said my wife saved me.
Yeah.
You know, I was stuck in this world.
Yeah.
And she was from a different world and
Yeah.
helped sort of draw me out of that. But none of the elements of my life now would have been possible without me seeing it for myself.
Yeah.
As we know, it's one of the, you know, it's hard to change. It's almost impossible to change other people.
Yeah.
You've got to start with changing yourself
Exactly.
and allow that growth to happen. But yes, my partner is an exceptional human being, and I'm eternally grateful for the wisdom and the space that she's been able to give to me.
Well, there's an incident in the book where you kind of lose it. I think you lose your temper, and she says to you, you can't do that with me.
Mm-hmm.
I will not be with a person who does that.
Mm-hmm.
I will not have children with a person who does that.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have to figure out what's going on inside yourself. And my wife, bless her soul, has always challenged me she wouldn't put up with anything less than my true self.
Mm-hmm.
And what a gift.
Mm-hmm.
And so relationships, but not just with spouses, but also with people who see you and accept you, such an important part of healing, I think.
And I needed that.
Yeah.
I really needed that. I needed that pushback. I needed that moment of, again, scared of losing her. And it was a real moment because of the question that she asked.
Yeah.
She said, is it because that was how you were brought up? Or that you've experienced or seen or heard, you know, other people within your life speak to women like that? And it was like a light bulb moment. It was like, wow.
Yeah.
That's where it comes from. Not an excuse.
No.
Just
An understanding.
Of how these things manifest themselves and how we are so much a product of our own upbringing.
I think that was a wake-up call for Harry, because he always have people around him. He could do whatever he want, and the people accept it. So there's Meghan, who was putting that boundary and said, look, I love you. I do want to have a family with you, but that kind of behavior, I don't want it. It's toxic. So if you want me, this has to change. This is the thing here that came to mind. And then when Harry realized, not only on the first date, he realized this is the one, he had to look upon himself and make that change. And there's so much about Meghan. If you are aware of different things that she went through that are public, you could learn so much from her. There are women, sometimes they will put themselves down for someone else to love them, when you just have to present your true self, your authentic self to your significant other. And, you know, you're not 100% perfect. The Your partner may not be 100% perfect. Not may not. It's not. You human. Nobody's gonna be 100% perfect. But if you're hiding your true self, your significant other will never know who you truly are, to let you know what he or she likes about you, so you could look it up on yourself to make that change. You understand what I mean? So with Harry and Meghan, there's so many little things here and there, so many people could learn from. And that brings me back to a video that I did. And I think I was camping at that time. All right, with my kids, they were much younger. And I was just starting to talk about their shared videos with you. At that time, I don't think it was fully where I will share tweets, but it's random video here and there. I will create whatever came to mind. The beginning of me sharing Harry and Meghan content. I was camping, and when I got up, it was probably 6 o'clock. I was up, and something came to mind, and I record myself talking whatever was in my mind, and then made a video about of it once I came home, where Meghan is a role model. There's so much we could learn. I think I remember the thumbnails of that video. Go check it out. It's on PYTE. All right, so that's that. I love what he said about working on himself and his past. He's so raw when it comes to talking about his mental health, and it's very inspiring. Love him. Yeah, and this is why I said listen to what he's saying very carefully, because he is very true when he's talking about mental health. But the brother is not about that. But he will pick up on things that give Harry applause, okay, where people are talking about it, gravitate toward it, and he will pick up on it and regurgitate it back to people where he doesn't even give a shit about it. All right. Good to hear Harry speak so passionately about fatherhood. He gets it. There isn't a lot of men can do when a baby is very young and relies on the mom for their food. Giving support and help to mom really is very important, and he gets it. Good, Prince Harry. All right, there's the loving eye. He's healing beautifully. Has a heart of gold like his mom. Yeah, I have to say, my husband, he was, oh my God, the thing, when I was pregnant, the thing my husband, oh, this is extra. Let me share my thought. When I was pregnant, my firstborn, my husband was like, oh, I'm not going to be doing this. I'm not going to change diapers. None of that. He was talking the tough talk. But once we were at the hospital, it was very funny too. His first time changing diapers, and I had a C-section. I was laying down. I couldn't stand up. He had to call the nurse for help, and he got good at it. And once we got home, he was doing almost everything, getting up in the middle of the night, do the feeding and things like that. I have to say, thank my blessing. Okay, knock on wood. He continue. Yeah, he is true. I mean, I have to say a good thing about him. If he hears it, he's gonna start saying some BS. But he is a real good guy. He did help a lot. The feeding, getting up in the middle of the night. Actually, he was actually better than me when it comes to wrapping the baby. Now they have new things where you wrap the kids. They have those Velcro things and things like that. But with the hospital sheets or whatever, he knows how to, well, I don't know if he still knows it, but he did it better than I do. So when I need help and I can really wrap it really tight and comfortable enough, I will call him and say, can you do it for me? All right. But anyway, so this is extra. Let me pause and put these on the list before I go to the next one that's on my list. Oh my goodness, I just add 4 extra tweets. The last one that I just added is really good. Let's pause. Okay. The turnout to greet the couple was extraordinary. Imagine if we had let them know in advance. Dr. Peter, the chief executive of the Royal Children's Hospital. Yep. All right, let's see here. There's so much I should be putting on my community board for you, but I can't do too many things all at once. Everybody is very excited just to see them, hospital boss said on Sussex visit. The chief executive of the Royal Children's Hospital, Dr. Pt2, said the turnout to greet the couple was extraordinary, adding, "Imagine if we'd let them know in advance." I think you've seen by the reception, everybody, staff, patients, and their families are very, very excited just to see them and be part of the occasion. The fact that they're taking such time and stopped, I think they have made many a day here today for our patients and families in particular. Young parents say, if you see me in the hospital, it might be your work day, but it's our worst day. This kind of special time and special occasion changes their day. All right, so there's that.
Hospital here, what they call Main Street, the main area here for you. There would be hundreds, perhaps 5, 6 just going to come through down this way and shake their hands as they can say good day. $2,000 to $3,000, you can get a weekend with the Duchess herself. So they get that to LA themselves. Of course, Prince Archie and Princess Lili back home. They didn't make the trip over, but they will no doubt.
Keep an eye on their security, okay? These two are Harry and Meghan's personal security. Keep that in mind. I have to highlight it because the derangers, about paying for the security, the nonsense, the noises that they were making. But let's continue.
Excuse me, BBC, excuse me.
All right, so that's that. All right, and one of his senior pediatrician flew down to the ground floor to meet them. We all knew we make it electric for Harry and Meghan. I can't wait to contribute to this hospital. Mind you, the Avengers want him fired. Okay, next tweet. Each time you see videos of Harry and Meghan, unfortunately, I cannot let it play freely. Keep an eye on their security. As they doing things and they looking all over and they still giving them the space. All right, Harry and Meghan quite the spread and front page in today's Age newspaper totally demolishes the irrelevant and unpopular narrative. All right, so there's that here. Harry and Meghan delight crowds. Okay, there's the dress that she wore. There's Meghan at that kitchen. There's videos of that on first day of tour. Polish princess looking Australia. Okay, so that's that. Any comments? Thank you. I can find the front page of the papers, but never the photo coverage from inside. This is great. Thanks. We love to see it. Thank you for reporting. Wow. All right. After I finish do the recording, I will take some screenshot, put on my community board for you guys. All right. This is extra. I added. Oh, did I put that twice? So cute. Harry doing a little bit of a song and dance from the Wiggles. Let's see here. 10 seconds only.
Harry, do your kids like the Wiggles? Harry, do your kids like the Wiggles?
Okay, I can't. It's only 10 seconds. Oh, there's that. Okay, that was it. All right, this is the part I added and I really wanted to share with you. This is so cute. All right, let's pause. Okay, screaming. Oh, MasterChef Australia has been a staple in my household from season 1, so much so that I watch people go from contestant to judge, and now my queen Meghan is guest judging. All right, I didn't know about that. I just saw it while I was going through some stuff. There they are here, MasterChef. And there's all videos of Meghan doing this in the US, or was it in Canada or US?
We've had MasterChef royalty in the kitchen before, but no one like this. All the way from sunny California, please welcome to MasterChef Australia,
She's so excited.
the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle!
You could see the joy in her face. Oh my goodness. They're all excited. Oh my god, I would love to see more. Alright, what else? Alright, so that's back 2016 and 2026. Oh my god. There's that here. Okay. Strut that stuff. The way she talk. Alright, so there's that. People are retweeting it. There's Harry and Meghan. Okay, let me go back to my regular list. Alright, all of these I added. Next one. I may have part 3. Oh my god, the list was long. Alright, so this is what remind me of when Harry and Harry was in the UK during the Queen's funeral. That's what this remind me. Wow. Okay, Prince Harry and Meghan in Australia. Oh, there it is. That's it. This is what it remind me. Let me pause this so I don't hear. That's a commercial. Okay, Harry is the tallest one there. Reminds me of this glorious photo of Queen Elizabeth II funeral when royal family refused to let Harry wear his military uniform and he ended up looking like a king surrounded by his bodyguard. Yep, that's what this remind me of. Same thing here. And then in this one, of all places they could have put him, they put him right in the middle. And everybody else around him were wearing the uniform, and there's Harry here. Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking. Let me see, there's 7 comment underneath it. Correct. His fabulous mother often fondly referred to him as Good King Harry. Mothers always see what the outsiders don't see is the biological bond. The umbilical cord never lies, believe me. I never looked at it that way before, but you're right, it does. Okay, truly iconic of him. Haha, excellent. Oh yes. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. So I'm not the only one who saw it. Okay, let's continue. Next tweet. And the caption for the tweet was wow only. I don't think I read the caption. The last tweet. This is such a beautiful and emotional photo of Prince Harry laying wreath and participating in a smoking ceremony during his visit to the Australian War Memorial in Canberra today. Alright. Again, that reminds me when they refused to let him lay a wreath. He bought a wreath and asked for it to be laid for him at the cenotaph. They didn't let him. Alright. This is deep. So let's pause. So lovely, and OMG, look at Harry's shoes. No more holes in shoes and clothes and bags. Meghan took her man and showed him his worth. Oh wow, it just gets better and better. I'm loving my timeline right now. Some people are going to have a meltdown. How can this be? They are being treated as royalty. This is not a royal tour. How come there are no booze? Yeah, look at his shoes, very polished. I really, back then, because the way they treated him, I truly believe Harry didn't really care what he wears or whatever. The budget that they give him, he just show up and then go about his business. But when he's there to do the ceremony and things like that, I think he gave his 100%, if not more. Oh boy, heads will be explored on official welcome to country. There's that. Beautiful scene. Thanks, Andy. It's a script. All written for him. One, he understands still and is better at it than his wife. Than his wife. Meghan does her thing. Harry does his thing. Oh, I don't understand this. Okay, look at those shoes, no holes. Oh, there's the heart. Next tweet, I'm almost done. And then the next video that I'm gonna do will be on Team Sussex. This recording, There might be part 1 and part 2. Let's pause. OMG. They roll out the Wiggles. Pt, Archie, and Lili aren't there. You can really understand Australia without knowing the Wiggles. They are right up there with Vegemite as part of the national DNA. I remember, was it the 90s or early 2000 that I used to hear the Wiggles? I mean, when you have kids, you'll be surprised how much children show you know. I think it when my oldest, oh, it's buffering. Okay, I can't hear it. I won't be able to share it anyway. So cute. I've definitely heard of the Wiggles, but had no idea they're Australian. For some reason, I think I was aware they were Australian, but not really think too much of it. Because it used to be shown at that time when I had cable. It used to be shown, I think, the Disney channels or something. I used to be annoyed with it, to tell you the truth, but my son did like it at that time. Okay, my godson grew up with the original Wiggles, while my kids grow up with the new Wiggles. All right, that's this one is an ad. Okay, have fun. God, I'm old. I remember when the Wiggles were the band, the, was it, Cockroaches. Alright, so she put a YouTube video here. There was one, yeah, I think I was aware they were Australian. At that time, there was an Asian guy. Let me look. These are the one I'm aware of. I remember this Asian guy. I was aware, I think in my periphery, I was aware they were Australian. I don't know if they are the original or if there was a group prior to that. But when my oldest was young, I had cable, I used to put that for him. He used to like it. Okay? So that's the ones I'm aware of. I don't know if there were any before that group. Alright, so that's the... Alright, images coming through of Prince Harry playing footy with the Western Bulldogs players. Note that football does not mean soccer here in Australia. There was a sweet moment yesterday when Harry was talking to one of the kids at the hospital and he thought our football was soccer. He's been Americanized. 16 seconds.
And he's heading to Canberra a little bit later on to honour Indigenous veterans at the War Memorial. We're closing out the day with a last post ceremony. This is the second day of his Australian tour with the Duchess of Sussex visiting. Of course, they're heading to Sydney on Friday for some more. And he's heading to...
All right, that's that. Would you like to bet that by tomorrow we'll be seeing pics of Uncle Prince Geoffrey kicking a football? That's soccer here. And Mumble McButton soon proclaiming, "Call me Kate." Is that the squad are laughing? Okay. Oh wait. So what is your football? All right. Australia rules football play. Okay. So there's that. You could pause and read that. So there's all of that. It is similar to American football. So that's that. Let's go to the next tweet. I think I have 2 more. Oh my God. So I'm just gonna make it 2 parts. All right, let's pause. Oh my God, this one is longer. Meghan have always been my princess. The global stage is so proud of you, Australia. If we were to listen to the British media, they made you sound like some brainwashed hillbilly raccoons. Thanks for showing the world your country is safe and kind. All right, 2 minutes and 19 seconds.
The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have arrived in Australia for their first day of a 4-day tour, 7 years after their first trip to the country when they were still senior members of the royal family. Harry and Meghan will combine visits to charitable causes alongside private commercial events. Our reporter Simon Atkinson has the details.
They were tired after a 15-hour flight from Los Angeles. They didn't show it. Harry and Meghan's whirlwind Australian visit has been in the pipeline for a while. But their trip to this Melbourne Children's Hospital was kept hush-hush until the last minute. And for those who got wind of it, plenty of joy.
We love them. Yeah, exciting. We just found out they were coming past, so we hung around and yeah, Meghan came and had a little chat with Phoebe, so it was really nice.
She's always been my princess, and I always call her princess. To have them around here, to meet another princess, it's a blessing.
Shaking hands, talking to sick kids at a hospital, posing for selfies. It's got all the trademarks of, well, a royal tour. But of course, Harry and Meghan are no longer working royals, and this is very different from their trip to Australia almost 8 years ago. That 2018 trip was one of the defining moments of their time as working royals, huge crowds gathering wherever they went. But a lot has changed since then. There are no public walkabouts planned this time.
If they did a walkabout, this is where they will need the police security protection type of things. So when they keep their things private, okay, people don't know where they're gonna be, then they only need their security and whatever else that the country wants to provide them, but they're not asking for it, so they keep it private. All right.
There will be, though, more of this. Meeting people involved in issues close to their hearts. The pair visiting an art gallery for military veterans on Tuesday. And the Duchess serving lunch at a shelter for survivors of domestic violence and women facing homelessness. There will also be money-making ventures, a keynote speech at a mental health summit by Prince Harry, and the Duchess to be star attraction at a girls-only weekend retreat in Sydney, tickets costing more than £1,700. It's not known how much the couple will earn from the trip. Sam Atkinson, BBC News, Melbourne.
Remember, the event that people are paying to participate in, it's not for Meghan, all right? So whoever's hosting it, or it's something she just wants to be part of, but she's donating her time, from my understanding. All right, so let's continue. Oh, I think it's done.
Music now, Daily.
Okay, so that's that. Oh God, this is not a similar royal tour. The current royal family tour, as though they are higher than anyone else. This is similar to Princess Diana's tour years. The current are rubbish clowns with a huge superiority complex. Exhibit 1. Australia's media is dominated by the same horrible right-wing Murdoch press as British and the UK, but the propaganda doesn't seem to work anymore. The media coverage of Harry and Meghan was predictably awful before they arrived, but thankfully ignored by sane people. A real journalist will have known Duchess Meghan is being paid $0 for the women's retreat. Thank you. All right. This is what I raised, and that video did not mentioning it. They mentioned money making machine, but it's not Meghan stuff. I think from my perspective, she's donating her time. So I'm glad this comment mentioning. Oh, damn it. I didn't want to go in it. Okay. That was made clear weeks ago. Also, a real journalist will know that 0 working royals ever hug or even touch anyone until Diana, and later the Sussexes do better. Yeah. Okay. So I like this comment here. The Palms have never forgiven us for gifting them a year's supplies of soap. What is that? A beautiful moment. That's the heart here. But just to note, he's actually saying his daughter has always been his princess, and to have her meet another princess is amazing. All right, let's go to the next one. There's more comment after this ad, but let's move on. And I have one more, and that's it. Okay, Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, kicked a sherrin ball during a Western Bulldog Australian rule football session. All right, so there's that. That's just a picture. Oh, there's no comment. This is extra. Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, met Western Bulldog players during a visit to Movember at the Western Bulldogs headquarters. There's that. Okay, Meghan Sussex announcing investment and partnership with One-Off, a fashion discovery platform that allows users to buy directly from their wardrobe. Other celebrities like Kate Hudson, Emma Roberts, Shea Mitchell, Suki Waterhouse, Paris Hilton, and many more are also, on the One-Off. Quote, she cares about fashion and was motivated to invest not just to expand her portfolio, but to help elevate the fashion designers she's a fan of, the company said in a press release. Okay. These are news to me. There's more things. Okay. All right. So this is my last one. I need to stop at some point. And then that will be it for this video. And don't forget to check part 1. Okay. It's 2 parts. Clock that. There's no comment. 20 seconds.
This was very much like a royal tour. It ticked all the boxes of a royal tour. I have covered many in my time. Most recently, Denmark's Queen Mary, who is Australian born. But this visit by Harry and Meghan has actually received far more attention than Queen Mary's visit, even though she is homegrown. This was very much like a royal tour. It ticked all the boxes of.
This is very from a reporter, letting you know the difference. All right. So that's that. I covered these already, and that, and all of this. So that is it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right. So there's 2 parts to this recording. Check both parts. Now I'm gonna do another video, but it will be for Happy Team Sussex. The first tweet that I'm gonna have for that video on Happy Team Sussex or the squad who's talking. All right, like this one, for instance. This will be the first one. There's no comment. Oh, there are some comments. So that's it. Thank you for watching.